Watch it live on the Grand Slam of Curling website, app, and YouTube with celebrity coaches and special guest appearances. The Curling Group's first ever Rio Mare Battle of the Sexes, April 7th, Mattamy Athletic Center in Toronto. Get your tickets now at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock!
I have an idea.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's going to make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Welcome to therockshop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Welcome to Swift Current, Saskatchewan. It's Saturday night. That means the time's right for curling. It's the final draw of pool play here at the Curling Stadium Speedy Creek Shootout. Hello, everyone. I'm Dave Schmel, and we have this matchup between Jordon McDonald and Sam Mooibroek. Both teams winning, they're into the playoffs. A crucial game here, and I'm joined by my good friend, Jim Nix. Good evening, Jim.
Hi, Dave. How are we doing?
I am super fantastic. It's been a roller coaster of a day, and just watched a real dandy of a game between Nicholas Sedin and Riku Yanagisawa, which came down to the last stones in the extra end.
Whoa. Dean won it. I take it. I read that somewhere. He's 5-0 now. So
yeah, he did win, but it certainly was not from a lack of trying. Team Yanagisawa really had themselves firing on all cylinders. So it's Jordon McDonald. They have the red stones and the hammer here in the first end of play. Mooibroek throwing yellow.
Yeah, McDonald's sitting at 2-2 right now, but like you said, threes. They must have the LSDs must have told them that they're in if they win. So we'll hope that's correct.
And other games in the ice that mean something. Both Klima and Mooibroek are sitting on 3 wins, so certainly both of them win and they're in. Klima is playing Dustin Kaltoff. Kaltoff has been eliminated. And obviously we have this game. And we have Laycock playing Wendling also in this draw. And both those teams are also at 2-2. And don't forget Goskins from the Netherlands. He's at 2-2. He's playing Takumi Maeda, who's eliminated from the competition at this point, but certainly still in the fray.
Yeah, Goskins is interesting. He played last week as well, and in the spiel, and it was in Martinsdale. I think we were last week. It was he was 0-4, but he lost like 5-4, 6-4, 6-5, 5-4 sort of thing. He's just in every game, and ended up going 0-4. And he's 2-2 here, so he's playing okay, I think.
So either way, both teams with lots on the line here. We see the tap up under cover, and they will split the rings and lie two.
Yeah, pretty good shot. McDonald going to go after the outside one. That's interesting.
Simulgowski has been playing second for this rink all week, lending both his brushing and his experience to the young squad.
Yeah, I think it's not something that we read any more into than the fact he's here helping them out for a weekend. So,
oh yeah, oh absolutely. There's none of there. It's a big nothing burger in terms of that. But not a bad sub to pick up for a weekend.
No, not at all. You got a pretty young squad. They can help out with the broom. So, not that Derek can't still sweep, but the young guys can go pretty hard.
Well, Derek has a little bit of a mechanical advantage. Just with the size.
Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah.
So now they're going to play in front of the Mooibroek ruck. Team Mooibroek, of course, Sam and company made one heck of a showing. The Montana's Briar really showed that they are truly an up-and-coming team.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they were right in it. Right till the very last draw when they played the team from Nova Scotia, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
And knocked them out of the playoffs.
That and the other big story was Ryland Kleider. Both teams that we've really watched them progress all season. We've had the pleasure of calling lots of their matches. And, you just get the feeling that these guys are starting to get it.
Yeah. Yeah, Kleider's, I was impressed with Kleider despite his record at the Briar. He wouldn't have been thrilled with, but I've seen him play a lot now. Like you say, we've had him a lot of times, and certainly like the look of that team coming on.
Obviously, still have hopes for this squad, but next squad, look out.
Yeah. So it looks like Mooibroek has the hammer here, I think, Dave.
Well, it's all about accuracy. And
yeah, well, I call them so many of them wrong when I'm counting the stones early, but I just was looking. I thought they seemed like they were playing the end a little backwards, and now I see what they're doing.
I need to give you an opportunity to look good there, buddy.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate that.
My pleasure. That's me, Dave Schmel, making other people look smarter since 1980.
I haven't looked at Jordon McDonald's record of late, but I think they had first half of the year, 2/3 of the year. I think they were very, very good, and maybe not quite as good lately. I'm not positive. That might be an unfair statement, but it's kind of the way it feels to me. But I don't see them very often because of where I am. So
it does kind of match my recollection. They've been up and they've been down, but certainly a promising young squad, and they're getting better every time we see them as well.
They are, yeah. Simulgowski going right out of his hand here.
And with a good solid lane, he takes Easy work of that. Good shot by the skipper, Jordon.
Yeah, real good shot. Mooibroek with a chance here to manufacture an early deuce, so you can make one good shot here, maybe get a little flop behind that guard. Pretty well forced Jordon to hit the back one, I think, and give him his two. You definitely don't want to jam this. If you jam this, you'll be looking at three on your next shot.
So first shot upcoming for Sam Mooibroek. Nice clean delivery there.
Yeah, he's really smooth out of the hack.
He's going to curl up just enough to avoid that jam and leave himself half buried with the jam back if they were to go for it. So no choice for McDonald but to play the back one, just as you foresaw.
Yeah, that was a really good shot. They managed that really well. And for Jordon here too, this is a bigger shot than it looks like. If he can hit this right on the nose, he'll force Sam to make sure that he hits it to score his deuce. And you never know, if somebody's playing hit, they always get a little rollout maybe, and you might escape this with one. But if he rolls a little too far or anything else, you're going to give up the easy two. So good, important to stay with this one. Try to make sure you get it right on the nose.
Final rock of the first for Jordon McDonald. Samogoski just keeping it clean. Gonna shift on over, let Olsen carve it over. They make that no problem. Dead nose, and Mooibroek will have that left. It does appear to be shot rock, so certainly does need to be hit.
Yeah, it's basically the exact same shot Jordon just threw. I don't think it rolled. Maybe it rolled an inch, but for the most part, I don't think it rolled at all. So good throw. Very interesting. Two pretty young guys, and one with your sort of textbook kind of flat-footed delivery coming out, everything about it, and the other guy a tucker. Of course, when you figure out where they live, that's part of it for sure. But it's just interesting to see some of the young guys that are that. I know Owen Purcell from Nova Scotia, who was in the Briar, he's a tucker as well, and I don't really know where that came from.
Mm-hmm. Final stone of the first 10. Sam Mooibroek. Hit and stick for a deuce. Walk it down, keep it clean, no problem. 2 will go on the board for Team Mooibroek. McDonald has the hammer. We come back to Swift Current after this.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Saskatchewan, you know Sasktel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With Sasktel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. Sasktel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sasktel.com/sponsorships.
The people have spoken, the votes are in, and the players are ready to rock. At curling's first ever All-Star event, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th, where 13 of the world's best men's and women's curlers face off for a star-studded celebrity pro-am, a unique skills competition, and an all-star skins game you won't want to miss. Got a ticket? We'll see you in Music City. Don't have one? Better hurry. They're going fast. The 2025 TCG All-Star Game, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th. Let's rock.
And I'm Rick, and Jane and I are the owners of Sprague Foods Limited here in Belleville, Ontario, in the Bay of Quinte area. We're a food processing facility, and we can a whole range of products, including soups and sauces and rice pudding and beans.
Welcome back to Swift Current. It's the Curling Stadium Speedy Creek Shootout from the Swift Current Curling Club. I'm Dave Schmel, joined by Jim Nix, the sage of the sheets. It was a deuce for Sam Mooibroek in the first sentence. Our first look at Jordon McDonald with hammer here.
Yeah, really nice roll by Mooibroek in this first one, in the last end set that up and forced McDonald to basically pretty much give him the open hit for two. He couldn't afford to take any more chances than that. Dropped three in the first end, so well played.
And once again, these teams are working hard to try to get to 3 wins. Mooibroek is already there. McDonald has to get to it. Other teams trying to get there are Goskins, Laycock, and Wendling. Whole bunch of teams fighting for just a few playoff spots. And we'll know how it works out at the end. So we're going to run this guy back.
Yeah, he wants to be a little careful. He doesn't just run on his own back there, but
that would be bad.
Left-hander, a lot of left-handers seems like this weekend.
Oh, there must be something in the water.
Yeah.
That Swift Current. That Swift Current somehow generates left-handers, even all the way to Ontario.
Yeah, nice shot.
Oh, that's beautifully managed because it developed that little wing there. And J-Mac's just going to have to blow this up. I don't know if that's his nickname, but it should be.
Yeah. Yeah. Thinking about where he wants the shooter to end up here. I think he could make the double and roll probably over to close what would be a corner guard. I don't know if he can get all the way over, but
Samogoski on the way. Burgess and Olsen, they make that double. They roll on over to halfway corner guard.
Yeah.
Pretty good outcome.
Yeah, kind of one of those tweener ones that you kind of wonder if it's a corner or center or in between. I think we had a name for that a couple months ago, but I've forgotten it. Not a surprise. We were trying to decide whether to peel that corner.
But that's for sure a corner. That's not a corner or a center. Oh, no, he's going to peel the tweener.
Yeah, this is a tweener here, but the other one he was looking at for a minute, considering whether to peel that, that's a real corner guard. A nice depth on it too, actually. So.
Nate Steele holds it, and that's subbing in at second right now. Gavin Lydiate.
A lot of substitutes this weekend at that time of year, I guess, where some guys have committed a lot for the whole season and, got to take some time to do some other things sometimes. So.
I know Steve Laycock is off playing doubles.
Yeah, it took us half the game earlier to figure out the lineup that was on the ice. It was we had some help from Ethan Sampson's team. We had some help from the chat session to try to get that straight.
Yes, because we had that because it turns out we had a borrowed jacket and it wasn't he wasn't the same right guy in the jacket.
Good all the time. Another couple of years we get that lineup sheet before the game, before the event, when the official lineup for this event.
We have that coming and the telestrator coming.
I'll get everything.
We're working on it.
Yeah. Try to get a little roll there. Didn't quite work out. So gives Jordon McDonald a chance to make the roll and roll to the outside.
Help us get a telestrator. Throw a super chat in there. Now, we're just happy to guys have us with us. The favor you can do for us is hit that like button and please subscribe to Curling Zone. It really helps out the channel. Doesn't cost you guys a thing. This one needs to come on over or else they're going to lose the shooter. And Mooibroek's going to make sure exactly that occurs. We got a blank house.
Yeah, a little thing, but a big mess, really. It's gives Mooibroek the chance to come right around. And it's going to make it really hard for McDonald to utilize that corner guard now.
Yeah, he'll be chasing the rest of the way now. Assuming this is made.
Yep.
Here's Ryan Whitby.
Maybe a little bit heavy.
This does look a skosh heavy. It's going to come over for breakfast, stay for lunch, and still having coffee, but definitely getting ready to leave.
Forces McDonald into playing something a little bit aggressive here. He's going to use this corner anyway. That rock going deep enough that it made it possible.
Yeah, he gets one more chance to try to manufacture the deuce here. Danger, of course, being you might play yourself right into a force.
Yeah, that's true. Doesn't have too much choice, though. With the rock at the back of the house, you can't really make a play on that. It's sort of you make a play on that and probably give Sam a chance to bury one behind the guard a little better.
Speaking of heavy, this one is heavy off the hand of Burgess, and it is not counting. So opportunity and advantage for Mooibroek here.
Yeah, a couple of not good efforts for Burgess this end, but it's early.
So Sam wants his 8 stone or whatever the other one is.
Yeah.
The skipper delivers his first. Try to just tuck one in underneath cover here. Coming on back. It's still exposed. Really want to get it under. Don't want to be behind the tee line. And you are. So Jordon McDonald's going to get one more opportunity to try to generate something here.
Yeah, I really didn't want that to slide behind the tee line for sure. 2 feet shorter, it's pretty good. The good news is it is far enough back there that if he does make this really good, Mooibroek could come down, just sit right on top or even guard it and let him try to draw the button on the other side. Let's see what he does here.
So Jordon McDonald and his team from Winnipeg. It's his first of 2 here in the second. Olsen off and on. Samolgoski just supervising at the moment. Weight looks pretty good. Needs to sit a touch. That's just too much of a bump right there.
Yeah, pretty. If he wants to take it on, he could pick that pretty clean and force McDonald to take a single here. Quite a bit of room there. No, he's going to throw the finesse it out. Yeah,
I think so. I think so, because you have to be careful about picking it clean, because you pick it clean if you don't take out the other red in the back. He might be able to. He might take on the soft weight double in those 2 back ones. So
yeah, true enough.
I think it's more you have to just tap this back a skosh onto the yellow, maybe. I don't know.
No, I think you're right. If he bumps it back to the back left as we look at it in the long view there, then he'll stays out there in the 8-foot somewhere, and it makes it tougher for Jordon to do much more than take his 1. Well, he's not throwing it that easy.
No, this is coming with a little bit of pace, and we're on it right out of his hand. Can Steele hold it there? Steele is sweeping it hard. We're gonna grab it, get the 1, and go! Just missed the 1 in the back. Unfortunate. So it just whiskers by.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I'll have another look at that and see. I'm curious whether or not it needed to curl a little more or a little less to get that back one. We'll have a good look here.
I think a little less.
Go in behind. So yeah, it had to be a little less.
Oh,
pretty good effort. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic effort for sure. Now, you saw how little the finish was there at the end, but I think you got to take this on and at least give a whack at it.
Oh yeah, I think for sure. Yeah, because you can make it on the other side too. You don't have to get to the nose of it. You can make it on the outside. It's such a short distance at the back where it has to go that
might be tough to hold the shooter at that angle, but
yeah. Well, I don't know if he's taking it on though, David. It looks like the ice that he put the broom down for looks a little bit more like a draw shot than anything else. We'll see what he goes here. Sometimes it's hard to tell because we don't hear them.
Well, just for me, Jim, in a must-win game, I think I would have probably erred on the aggressive side here.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised too. It definitely a makeable double, and if you throw it with just lightweight, it's you know if you don't happen to get enough of it, then you probably stay around for shot rock anyways.
Right. Just bumper weight and give it a go.
Yeah.
But this is the drill down 2, final stone of the second end. Jordon McDonald needs full 4. Steele dragging it on down. Past the guard, and they drag it on in without a problem. The hands go up, the brooms go up. 1 point for McDonald. He trails by 1. Mooibroek has a hammer when we come back.
Team Homan rocks. Team Mowat rocks. But who rocks harder? On April 7th, we'll find out. Presented by Rio Mare, join us in Toronto at the Curling Group's first ever Battle of the Sexes, as world #1 Team Homan takes on world #1 Team Mowat in a head-to-head charity curling skins game with a twist. 8 ends, 4 rule changes, and curling like you've never seen before. Watch it live on the Grand Slam of Curling website, app, and YouTube with celebrity coaches and special guest appearances. The curling group's first ever Rio Mare Battle of the Sexes, April 7th, Mattamy Athletic Center in Toronto. Get your tickets now at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of Curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of Curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. TheRockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Welcome back. It's the third end of play here from Swift Current. It's the Curling Stadium's Speedy Creek shootout. It was a single point for Jordon McDonald. And we were talking in the break about the choice to take the single point there, Jim.
Yeah, I think, we were sort of on the same page, Dave. I think you and I thought that go at that with, gentle weight, back hack to board max and just at the last minute, try to make that, just touch that back one and admit you too. It's, you're playing to get in here and it would seem like the right thing to do, but he chose to draw and made a nice draw and got his point. So two schools of thought, I guess, on that. Take the sure one or go
right.
after.
And obviously taking the sure one, you're not going to give up a steal there, and that's obviously a good deal. And this one here, you see this one wrecking on the guard. Doesn't remove it off the center line, so just an extra rock that Mooibroek really doesn't want to.
Yeah, McDonald's lead made a nice shot there, made that draw around before we come back on air there, and then Mooibroek tried to follow it down. Didn't work out, so
game on.
Yep.
Jordan's going to ask Derek to throw the long guard here.
Yeah, I don't know if he's sold on it, but
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, I think he's looking at the yellow and thinking if he taps that yellow one in there somewhere, even if he doesn't get shot yet, he's going to have two in behind a whole bunch of guards, but could easily turn it into a big score. I don't know if he'll play that, but that's definitely a possibility.
And that's part of the dynamic. He's throwing with these guys this week. Yeah, he has obviously more experience than the other three players put together.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's still the skipper's team.
So this will be an interesting shot, Dave. He's going to go after this and maybe hope to drag it over towards the red, and it might work if he hits a quarter of a rock or a third of a rock. Could maybe drag it right onto the rock in the 4-foot.
Certainly there. Left-hander gets it on the way. Gavin Lydiate gets it, drags it. There you go. That's how that works. One drag fit shot on order. Let's see that one again.
Yeah, you can see this is set up for this drag effect, and where sometimes for newer curlers, the drag effect is you look at it and say, well, it's never going to go that way, but you have to do the science involved and whatnot, and it will take the rock in that direction. And just a great shot, really. It's it took a long time before people recognized the drag effect. I know I wasn't aware of it for probably the first 20 years I played. So,
and the easiest way for me to describe it to people, if you need to line up this shot, it works basically if the stones are extremely close or frozen, and obviously the frozen is the best. But I tell people to act like the stone that you're hitting isn't there, and just act like you're trying to hit the stone behind it.
Yeah.
And it will kind of go that way. It doesn't look like it should work, but you just saw it there in person, folks, and live and in living color.
Yeah. And yeah, and exactly. And you do have to hit it on the proper side. If you hit it on the other side, it goes in where the direction you think it's going to go. So Mooibroek looking to clean this up a little bit.
He does, and guard actually even backs up a skosh. So, looking to line up another guard here.
Yeah, it's probably a good shot at this point in the end. Looks like Mooibroek's gonna get rid of it if you put it up there, so you can make him waste a few, and then you can decide late whether or not you want to duck another one around the guard or not. But so I'm gonna overcurl a little.
It does overcurl just a skosh. Actually, more than a skosh. That went a whole bit.
Yeah, good enough that he has to run it though. So it's
mission accomplished there.
Yeah.
So the shot from Whitby, no mistake about that one, buddy. Straight back and straight away.
Yeah, you can see this. They didn't have to really do a lot with this. It was pretty much right on. Starting out, a little bit of cleaning, and then watch it. And that's it. Those are nice. Saved the sweepers a whole lot of effort and made it perfect. A couple of guards here, though, for McDonald to work with. They're not his, but they are guards.
Guards are guards at some point.
Yeah. This one must be heavy.
Yeah, they're not even watching. It's going to grind in. But grind in about the back four, just behind the tee line.
Yeah, it stopped sooner than I thought it was going to. I thought it was going to be back 8.
Yeah, they just let it grind, and it did find its way stopping. Just a touch. So this one, walking on in, is going to sail down and be right on the inside corner.
Yeah, very nice shot by Whitby. Not sure yet myself how to say it, but Ryan, he did threw it well. It just looks like probably McDonald will follow it down, but has to be careful. Here it rubs off it. Could give Mooibroek a chance to build this thing.
So here's McDonald with his first of two here in the third.
He's got the weight. He's got a good one.
SL's on in very nicely. Still shot stone belonging to Mooibroek, but they got him surrounded.
Yeah, tough situation for Mooibroek here to figure out what he wants to do. Could go out, turn around, right to the button. If he's going to score 2, that's probably where he's going to have to go.
So that's where you like it, Jim?
Yeah, I think so. I don't see that. I don't. You can leave if you don't do something with us on the intern side. He may come down, tap that a little bit, and get shot rock. But you know what? I think I'm going to go around in the out turn right to the button, or try to. He hasn't got a lot of his front one. He can't really do a whole heck of a lot. I think it's worth a try. Look at that double peel. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how much that gets you.
No, it depends. I guess Jordon would probably throw a guard on it. And if you ever missed a guard, you could come down there and blast out the reds. But that's a lot of things have to go your way to make that happen.
Yeah, there's a lot of ifs there.
So Mooibroek throws a guard here to try to stop McDonald from tapping that red one in. Then McDonald comes around on the out turn.
Oh, that's correct. I mean, that's one of those situations where you say, if I don't throw a rock, where's the other guy throwing one? Mm-hmm. And might be a good idea to put one there yourself.
Yeah, I like it. I know it runs a bit of a risk, but I still like it. I don't know what that means. You're talking about worrying about the in-off off that red. And I don't think anybody's playing that. It's the third end.
Yeah, I mean, McDonald's more than happy to say the end's over right now. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I always figured that should have been an option. Should have been able to negotiate that halfway through an end, 2/3 of the way in, just going to say, okay, I'll give you your 2 and go to the next end, or give you your 1 and go to the next end. I just thought that'd be good.
That's like punting on second down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or third if you're playing down south.
I always punt on third down here in Canada. Not sold on this yet, I don't think.
Al, this is what I want to say. I say, Sam, what's it going to take for me to get you in this car today?
Yeah.
Let me go talk to my manager.
Yeah.
Because I want to see you drive away throwing this draw shot right now.
Yeah.
What if I throw in the undercoating?
Yeah. Well, he's going to throw it anyways. You want to be bought into this because you'd like to make this. If you're going to throw it, you like to put it right on the pin.
Well, I think it's the undercoating that did it. Pushed him over the edge. Mooibroek. It's going to just squeak past the guard, but this looks hot.
Yeah, it is heavy, yeah.
It did grind in, but yeah, it's hot indeed.
Oh, so Jordon McDonald's going to go in the out-turn anyway. After
Just as you predicted.
Yeah. Not an easy shot to get to where you got to beat a score, but pretty easy to make sure that Mooibroek doesn't get more than one. If you can make sure you throw this not heavy.
Yeah, light is the way to miss it all day.
Yeah.
Very good point there. So Jordon goes through his pre-shot routine. He delivers his last of the third. All of a sudden, you see how low he gets his low hand on that broom. Maybe only 5 inches off the ice. Gonna need to be there because it's gonna wreck. Oh, we missed the line call. That was a sweeping error there.
Yeah, I don't know if he had enough or not, but he would have been close.
Certainly could have gotten at least around it.
Yeah. And you definitely give Sam Mooibroek still the same shot he would have had. He actually moved that guard over slightly. He's trying to figure out if they come to the back one, if they're going to be second shot. I don't think they are.
No, they had to make this one cold.
Yeah. They do a lot of looking over here. I don't really understand exactly what they're looking at over there. Whitby's looked at that a lot. And I think he needs to just stop looking at that and just go with this one.
Oh, does he ever think? No. Oh, I know what they were thinking for a second. They're thinking they're going to play the long run on that guard underneath the A.
Yeah.
Catch the corner of it, shoot the right out the back, the other right out the side door, and score 3.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a betting man usually, but I'd take that bet on the no side.
Yeah, I'd let them shoot that many times.
Yeah.
Whereas this is difficult, but more manageable.
Yeah.
Final stone of the end. Mooibroek is sitting 1. Needs to pin it.
Gonna be close.
And did he get a little redirect? It's too heavy anyway. It slides on by. Single point. We think. Oh no. It's very close.
Yep.
It is just 1.
Yeah.
1 yellow. It's 3-1. We'll be back from Swift Current in just a moment.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's going to make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. TheRockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Stronger agronomics. Better returns. Greater peace of mind. From pre-seed to post-harvest, you can count on the Victory Canola program to keep you and your farm ahead of the curve. Grow with us at victorycanola.com.
I have an idea.
And we're back here at the Speedy Creek Shootout, brought to you by us here at Curling Stadium from Swift Current, Saskatchewan. Single point from Mooibroek there. McDonald has the hammer here on end number 4, Jim.
Yeah, there was a little bit of opportunity for Mooibroek there to get a deuce, but just came up just that little bit heavy on the last one, and it was not good enough. But a good job by McDonald holding him to the one for the most part. And like I say, he gave him a little bit of a chance, but it was a real tough draw for the two. So still pretty happy where he is at right now with a 2-point lead, and he's counting the stars and everything right now, so he's good. I think Sam gets a little bored out there sometimes. I think it's just sort of seems to be like it's the end of the year, Sam. They played a lot, those guys.
They certainly did. See, I'm the guy in the ice shed that's always talking to the skip next to me.
Yeah.
Some people like it. Some people, not so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my response is I generally keep talking.
Yeah.
And in just a minute, we'll get you an update on those other games that we have cooking right now, because lots of playoff implications. That one does leave Shot Rock exposed, so not exactly where Mooibroek wanted that one.
No, definitely not. Would like to have got that at least 2/3 buried. Looks very similar to last time coming down this way. A little opportunity to roll behind the corner for McDonald.
Semmelgoski throws this one, and it's picked up right out of his hand by Burgess. You got to get the hit. Just too much of a roll. Might have overbrushed it a touch there, buddy.
Yeah. I don't know what that means.
Which turn do you want?
Oh, is that what you're asking? Okay.
That's the universal symbol for handle preference. At least around me it is.
Yeah. I figure that you got to go this way because you go the other way, you're behind those staggered guards. I don't know if I want to do that and have not quite get there, and then they get there, and I can't get to it. So I would go this way all the
time. He's drawing under center,
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking if it wasn't quite buried and somebody played a hit roll, I'd rather they roll behind the single guard than my single guard than their double staggers.
But there's a rub about that. You got to make that draw first.
Yeah, that's not a real good effort, that one. That looked pretty. That would have been pretty heavy if he got by.
Speaking of staggers, there's a beautiful one there now.
Yeah, they're everywhere now.
There it is.
Yeah.
Which turn would you like, buddy?
Yeah.
Oh, as if they wanted to just shove that right in your face, Jim.
Yeah. I never mind the guy with hammer going around the center guard, though. I'd like, if I'm playing him, I'm quite happy to have him going that way. So
I think for me, it's a good time because if I don't, the other guy's going to, and then with the stagger, I had to spend at least one rack to even think about getting to it.
Yeah. Got to keep this one above the tee line. Doesn't look like that's where it's going to be.
No, it's ice is starting to keen up on both squads right now.
Yeah, that's not. Samogolski won't be happy with that.
No, he certainly won't. It's the fourth end. He can't even blame the mid-game chamois.
That's right.
Hang in there, buddy. 5 ends left.
Yep.
Man, what a smooth delivery. I mean, his shoulders did not move in that entire kick out.
No. They're having to work this one pretty hard.
Yeah.
Might get it there.
I think they will. I mean, you just watched the shot be missed deep, so you assume this is almost always a natural response to it.
Yeah, that was well swept. That was they took that a long way.
Certainly. Taking a look at how these are lined up. Looking to see if with weight they can drag the rock back, peel it out, lose the 2 yellows in the rings, and maybe lose the corner guard at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of ifs, which is why they're not going to try it.
Yeah, it's tough, but he's got one in there. So if he can make the half shot here, get half this rock, and roll towards the corner, even if he doesn't get behind the corner, he's in reasonably decent shape.
So here's Burgess.
So
they say it's a little bit hot. Yeah, a little hot, they say. And Olsen trying to carve it over.
It's
not even. Oh, just nudges it under a hair. Probably a good thing, because if not, it was going to go straight under theirs in the back.
Yeah. I think he's going to have to open the front up there, Dave, in the next shot. I think he's got to give himself an opportunity here.
Absolutely. But at the same time, that one, the 8-foot's really not good enough for Sam to guard.
No. Oh, no. I think Sam's going to come around something here.
And that's the way I would come from that turn. Let all that stagger be your friend. So Ryan with the tuck delivery. And Steele is on this one. Lydia is chiming in as well. Do the old switcheroo to try to move it over. Weight looks pretty good. Line looks pretty good. The whole shot looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Never quite got buried, but ice just it just hasn't got quite the same finish here today as it did yesterday. I don't think. It doesn't seem to me, at least. A little bit straighter, but still not bad. Looking to get rid of the yellows here, both of them.
Wouldn't be surprised to see that top one go onto the red.
It might. I think it'll go above it, but it might go there. It'd be good if it did. It would tap a yellow one in for him.
Just over the top. So it's Mooibroek line 2. No guards. So a few corner guards. So what do you say? You come on in again, or you put some pants on it?
Yeah, I'm probably going to throw guard. Actually, I'm going to throw guard. I think on the center one, and I'll let him try to make that out turn, make that other hit and roll if he wants. But he's maybe coming around this right towards the back one, which is.
I think that's the call.
Yeah, nothing really wrong with that. It takes away any big end possibilities or bringing that rock into play, but.
I think he's thinking of coming all the way back to it.
Yeah, if he comes all the way back, then I think you see McDonald play the hit and roll off the one in the 4 foot, trying to roll behind the corner. The double, he could play the double, but I don't think that's all that beneficial.
Sam Mooibroek. This is his first on the way in the 4th. Steele and Lydiate. Lydiate now on the line hard.
I think they're going to get it by.
Squeeze it by. And it's going to settle right on down to that stone in the back. Called and made. They lie 3.
Yeah, good shot. It'd be interesting to see the call here. I think that I was just talking about he maybe kicked that rock a little tiny bit. Oh, maybe a little more than a tiny bit. I always get charged. Everybody always figures you got him. If you didn't see it, it's like, well, what just happened? They tap it once with the broom and say, that's good enough. I'm thinking,
you didn't move it.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. It didn't move, but it's, it's like, okay, well, that's good.
I'd say, 9 times out of 10 when I see a rock burned after the hog line, unless I see it move, I let it go.
Yeah.
I want to burn it, don't you?
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I think most people actually are doing that. They just feel almost obligated to say, yeah, okay, well, here, just I'll tap it so I did something. I don't know. It's funny.
Actually happened to me just this week. My opponent, his second burned it after it, and they called it on themselves. And then my friend turned around and to tell me he burned it, and before he knew it, his second had kicked it through. And I was just going to let the thing come to rest. I didn't really think it was a problem, but
yeah,
once he kicked it, well, I really don't even have a choice now. I got to pull it. I'm not trying to be that guy, but
yeah. Yeah, no, but you're right. You can't really. Not like you get overhead cameras and everything else to figure out where stuff was either. So it's just like, well. So here's the hit on the one on the rock in the 4 foot, which is kind of what I thought he might play. He may try to roll inside on this, but
I like your idea of the outside roll.
Yeah.
First and 2 for Jordon McDonald. Once again, Samogoski says it's just a skosh up. This is going to get a little bit of a roll. Get the one in the back, too. That's a little bonus. They now lie 1-3. Sorry, 1-3.
Yeah, very good shot. That's about the best you could do, I think.
Yeah.
See it again here. It looked like it was going to be right on the nose for a minute, but Sweeper just worked really hard on making sure it stayed there or backed it up even just a little bit. And just got just about a perfect roll there. Just kind of forgot he was supposed to sweep that a little bit, but didn't matter. It wasn't going any further.
Yeah. Big outcome there for sure.
Yeah, so Mooibroek has a little tougher shot than it looked like he might have for a minute. So see how he gets along with it.
Last stone for Mooibroek on the way. Just kind of watching this now. Steele trying to carve it, keep it straight. They must like it because it's pretty good. But you might have just left the double there, Jim.
Yeah, that's quite possible.
Just a little bit off nose, and you should be able to do it.
Yeah, it should be. This is like a Tucker's dream, these kinds of shots. So should be very, very close to making this.
Man. Shows you how big that last shot was to bring that back stone back into play. So all of a sudden, Jordon McDonald's got a shot to get a deuce and level the score. Final stone of the fourth. McDonald, Semilgowski down on it. Olsen picks it up, trying to move it over just a touch. Gonna get the one. Do you get it too thick? Oh, you get it just perfect and settle down right there. That's a beautiful deuce for the skipper. And it's all tied up at 3 after 4. Brilliant shot. And they'll be tied up after 4, and we'll be back from Swift Current after this.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardlines Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Sasktel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? Sasktel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
And welcome back here to Swift Current. It's the Speedy Creek Shootout. And what a shot by J Mac there. Let's see it again.
Yeah, kind of shot made for Jordon. I think these are the shots that certainly the Tucker specialists are going to make all the time, or virtually all the time. And he makes this one pretty easy. Sweeper had to carve it a bit just to make sure the shooter stayed around. And it did. So great shot for Jordon McDonald.
Really big about the weight control there to make sure that shot was made.
Yeah.
So we've went into the playoff scenarios a little bit, and we've been able to determine that based on the last shot draws that Mooibroek has clinched a playoff spot.
Yeah.
Also in are Edine, Kleider, and Sue. Klima is in with a win, sitting at 3-1. McDonald, being just ahead of Klima in the last stone draw, needs to win and have Klima lose. And there's a couple other spots I'm not sure about, but that's what I can tell you right now.
Yeah.
And
figure it out here.
Jammer, why don't you get us a score update in the other sheets here so we can see if anything looks obvious?
Sure. We can got scores after 3. This is. Let me see if I can just refresh this in case we got something a little more up to date. Real quick. Okay, so I've got Laycock and Wenling. We were just talking about Steve Laycock, who has an excellent draw to the button. Needing a win to get into the playoffs. They are tied at 3. Got Ryan Kleider trailing Ming Zhu, 3-2 after 4 ends. Dustin Kalatov is leading Lucas Klima. Oh, no, he isn't. Sorry, Klima is leading that game 5-3. So he's in good shape with Hammer playing 5. Josh Bryden, the one game that has no bearings, Bryden is tied with Lee. Our game naturally 3-3. And Maeda and Goskins are also tied at 3 after 4 ends.
All right. And that game is important to Goskins, but Goskins is way down on the... He would need a lot of help. I'm just going to put it that way.
Yeah, I would think you're probably right.
And Steve Laycock, if he were to be able to defeat Wesley Wendling, he would certainly be in.
Yeah. As you just said, Mooibroek's got 3 wins. He's already in.
He is in with the 4th best cumulative draw shot challenge.
Yeah. McDonald with a win, same scenario, he'd be in. Klima.
No, McDonald needs a win and a Klima loss because Klima would go to 4 wins.
Oh, yes, right. Sorry, Klima's at... Oh, if Klima wins, yeah, go to 4-1, yeah. Mooibroek, I got to write this down. Okay.
Mooibroek is in. Klima winning in. That's 5 spots.
Yeah.
Laycock is winning in.
Yeah.
So that leaves...
Libis and Sampson both have 3 wins right now.
That's correct.
And Libis is going to get in above Sampson.
All right, so Sampson is out.
I don't know about that. He's they're 8-9 rate on the sheet right now, but Yanagisawa's out.
Yanagisawa's out.
And Lee's out.
Correct.
So there's a couple spots. So it goes down to 10 on this board probably. And then you got Kleider, who's 4-0. He's in, so he's going to jump up, even though he's going to be 11th possibly in this or wherever, somewhere in there.
And Sue is in.
And Sue is in too. Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Okay.
That brings Wooder in, and so it's possible that Sampson could still get in, and Wooder needs some help here.
Yeah, he might need too much help.
He's probably the possibly on the outside looking in here.
Yeah, and we only have 16. How come we have 16 names on here? There's 18 teams in the sponsor.
I have 18 names on my list.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe I got to expand it or something. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. Bryden and Kaltov. Well, I don't think either one of them's.
Yeah, they're both done.
They're both gone. Yeah. Okay.
And as much as it pains me to say it, my boys West on Team Wendling are probably out of the running.
Yeah, they had a funny weekend. It seems like they
did.
One big or lost big, it seemed like. So.
Yep. Well, they play very aggressively most of the time.
Yeah. What's going on this end here while we're trying to figure this out? Anything?
There's lots of reds in the house, and it looks like the force is on. And you're all caught up.
Okay. 5 rocks in. Yep. Okay.
Okay, so Jerry has been working out the numbers while we try to do all this, and Jerry's way better at this than us.
Yeah.
He says that Wooter is in if McDonald and Laycock lose, and they win.
Okay.
So Wooder has to win for sure. Then he needs Jordon McDonald to lose and Team Laycock to lose.
Yeah, well, that still could help. That could happen.
Well, yeah, well, that so they are right now. Wooder is a big Wesley Wendling fan.
Yeah.
And he's a big Sam Mooibroek fan.
Yep.
And he's got to take care of his own business as well.
Yep.
So that's the playoff picture as we can see it.
Okay.
And now, after all that, we're going to have a draw underneath the cover.
Okay.
Yeah, as we thought that Ethan Sanson is very much on the fence. They're out if both Laycock and McDonald win.
Yeah. Sampson's in if one of those two lose. Okay.
So very, very interesting. No matter what, it's been a great weekend thus far. We've seen lots of good curling, and we got all day tomorrow to come.
Yeah, nice draw there.
And obviously plenty of business tonight, but our action will start at 9 o'clock Mountain, 11 o'clock Eastern with the quarterfinals. We have 2 feature games for both the quarters and the semis, and, of course, the final at 5:30 in the East, 3:30 Mountain. Keep it right here on Curling Stadium. So here's the shot from Whitby.
Trying to make the run here.
And they run it right on by.
I don't know if that was a good choice or not, Dave. That's, with Hammer here, I'm thinking maybe running that red one over top of yours or whatever and kind of cleaning that up. That shot there, by if you didn't make it, now you're giving McDonald a chance to come right around top 8 foot and put you in a lot more trouble. That was a questionable one for me. And the goal tomorrow is to learn how to say
shoe
with more like a
shoe.
Z, like with Z, more like Z.
Yeah,
shoe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, there you go. We're going to stick with that.
Yeah.
Although it may be a foregone conclusion because I don't know if YouTube gets into the PRC. I'm not sure.
I'm still finding it amazing you've got 2 teams that were 4-0 that were so low on the draw to the button.
Well, they said we're not. Well, they saw how lackluster their draws were and decided, well, heck, we're going to have to win.
Yeah. So Mooibroek in a mess. Guess that's why he played his own last game.
Yeah, to put it lightly. He's facing 4 counters.
Yeah.
So he's just trying to make sure he has something to throw at here.
Yeah, corner that red in the 4 foot, or if you can go around it and bury it and still be shot somehow, but that would be tough.
If you can corner it, you're going to give yourself a chance to manufacture something.
Yeah.
And actually, Jim, I think you want to almost freeze to the side if you can.
Yep.
So when it gets hit, it runs into those catchers.
No, absolutely. Yep.
So we always think you have to freeze on the nose, but you just want to get just a sliver of the rock frozen.
Yeah.
This is a really tricky shot because if it doesn't stop right, that's pretty darn good.
Yeah, that's really
good. My goodness, that's almost as if they were listening.
Yeah, that's a really
good shot. Very, very coachable. That Sam Mooibroek.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Oh. And if we had a camera on a boom, we'd swing around and show you exactly that angle. But the reason why I don't think he's hitting it, he's just going to play the guard, is he knows if he hits it, it's going to go right there.
Yeah.
That's a good look at it. Really good chance that it hits that red on the left as a catcher.
Yeah, that was just a really good shot. You may not score here, but you were in some real trouble, so you had to make sure you got out of this with no worse than giving up a 1. You're in the 5th end. You could be down 1 with hammer. Playing 6 is not so bad, but down 3 or 4 playing 6 is not so great. So Jordan's just going to have to protect against a possible 2 here. So be guarding this angle raise on the partial corner frozen rock.
Yeah. And that shot that Mooibroek thrown, that's never going to be on a highlight reel, but that wins the game more than anything else.
Yeah. He's still probably going to come the same turn, I imagine. Yeah.
Yep, same turn and just draw for the single. So the force is on. Now here's proof that he's not fully an analytics kid. A full analytics kid would throw it through and give him 1 and take that hammer into 6th.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Sam Mooibroek, he's facing 1. It's the final stone of the 5th.
Expect him to be pretty close on this.
Just through the weight. Brushers just saw it. We're out just a touch further, but not really that much. Get past the guard, no problem. Now it's all just about managing the weight. And that is picture perfect. No, it's just a little short. Oh, my goodness. It is a steal of 1.
Yeah, so close.
The commentator's curse strikes again. But Mooibroek will have that hammer in the all-important 6th end when we come back to Swift Current after this.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardlines Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Saskatchewan, you know Sasktel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With Sasktel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. Sasktel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
The people have spoken, the votes are in, and the players are ready to rock. At curling's first ever All-Star event, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th, where 13 of the world's best men's and women's curlers face off for a star-studded celebrity pro-am, a unique skills competition, and an all-star skins game you won't want to miss. Got a ticket? We'll see you in Music City. Don't have one? Better hurry. They're going fast. The 2025 TCG All-Star Game, live from Nashville, April 15th and 16th. Let's rock.
Hi, I'm Jane.
And I'm Rick, and Jane and I are the owners of Sprague Foods Limited here in Belleville, Ontario, in the Bay of Quinte area. We're a food processing facility, and we can a whole range of products, including soups and sauces and rice pudding and beans.
Welcome back to Swift Current, Saskatchewan. 6-end action here at the Curling Stadium Speedy Creek Shootout. I'm Dave Schmel, joined by Jim Nix. We have a back and forth matchup here right now, and we are on the seesaw, but it was a steal for Jordon McDonald there in the 5th. Mooibroek with the hammer and 6, Jim.
Yeah, it was a, you know what, that was Mooibroek probably deserved to make that shot. The sweepers were just a little bit late on it, but in fairness, they didn't have a lot of room to work with, and they were ended up at a half an inch short. But I was impressed with Sam's draw weight. He's a little bit I've seen him play between the Briar and our events and stuff. He's always been close on those kinds of shots, and it's not a horrible end to give up a point, especially when before he threw his first shot, he was looking at 4. So. Kind of both teams are probably not unhappy with that result. Certainly, McDonald's not going to be unhappy with it, and I don't even know if Mooibroek could be all that unhappy with that one either. So, expect to see a lot of rocks in play here the next couple of ends, though.
Yep, and as we spoke earlier, Mooibroek is in the playoffs. McDonald needs this win to be able to give himself a shot. He would be in with a win.
Yeah, absolutely needs a win for sure.
And they have that rock sandwiched, and we saw the situation in the last game with me and Terry at Yellowstone sitting on the ejector seat right now.
Yeah.
So, not the best angles for Mr. Mooibroek, so he's going to adjust the feng shui of the house. Move a plant there, a couch there, it's a tee there. It looks a lot different after that.
It does. It almost feels like you got a little unlucky there and ended up with the red behind the guards, but we'll see it again here and see how that happens. Good throw. I think everything was really what they wanted. Just maybe the rocks didn't go exactly where they thought they were going to go. I wasn't thinking this rock was going to end up. Okay, so it's the high one, the actual one that the target stone was. Yeah, just didn't quite get rid of it, but a very good shot either way.
So, on the way from Simogowski here, his 2nd to 2.
Oh, that's a nice.
It is beautiful line and weight. Maybe came a skosh deep. Interesting to see if Sam wants to use that as a pocket or not.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think he'll try to run the yellow back on it.
Yep. It was an option.
Yep. Oh, definitely. Oh, that looked a little funny, that release. Okay, though.
It's going to get just the one in the back.
Yeah,
So
he just let it go a little funky. I don't know exactly what happened there, but it just looked funny when he let her go. But Mooibroek needs to score here. He needs to ideally score 2. They're going to have to get something going. They haven't really had much going here for the last little while.
it's going to be either that or abandon hope here and try to carry the hammer 2 more ends. But
yeah,
I think ultimately you just want to score here.
That was an odd score in the Switzerland-China game earlier at the Worlds. It was where they got scored 2 the first end and then China blanked the next 6. It's kind of, you don't see that very often.
It's like a 1968 Briar.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Win the coin toss, blank 11 ends, and draw for 1 in the 12th.
Yeah. That's a nice shot.
That is absolutely perfect because I don't know if you can make contact with both of them and see enough of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's close.
Yeah, it's ironic because that's probably the part of the sheet that McDonald or Mooibroek would like to play right now, but McDonald's kind of taking it away. I don't know if I like that one. I think I'm gonna run the guard. I think you run the high guard and try to make something in the house.
Yeah, right now he's denying his opponents the high ground.
From here, it looks like you can make a play on the one at the top of that and top of the 8-foot or top of the 12-foot there. And I just don't know for sure if you can get to the back one. That's what he's indicating a little bit now, but
yeah, I think Sam's going to give that a go.
Yeah, it looks like he feels that the back one may not go out, but even if he can move it back a couple of feet would be beneficial. If he can get enough of this to go make some contact with it and still get rid of it.
Well, and maybe if not even try to kill it, but allow him the opportunity to use that win.
Yeah.
So Lydiate, now steal. You're going to get contact. It's going to slide over the top, though.
Be good if he could stay out there because Jordon McDonald probably hits it.
Yeah, Jordan's going to have to play it.
I think that was the right shot to play, though. Didn't work out quite the way he wanted it, but still, I think that was the better option.
So Dallas Burgess.
It's a good throw.
Good shot by Dallas. He even comes with his own theme song. I wonder if he's ever heard that song.
What song are we talking about? I'm just chuckling, but I'm not sure.
The TV show Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas. Yeah.
Yeah, with J.R. Ewing and all that.
Yeah.
Now
there's no way he's ever heard of that show, unless he's a diehard TV fan.
In a curling club, some old timer had to come up to him and go, da 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 da.
Okay. Maybe. I've never heard of my curling club, and we got a lot of old timers.
Yeah, but you don't have to have a curler named Dallas.
No, we don't right now, but you know what? We did for many, many, many years, and then he moved away. Dallas Lockhart was his name. Pretty good curler. He threw with their handle backwards. It was kind of weird, but a good player, like a real good player. He held the handle backwards when he threw. It was odd. I'd never seen that in my lifetime. Moved here, and he threw like that.
And he threw it he said it was many years ago. So was he throwing a lift delivery like that?
Would have lifted a little bit, yeah. He was never a big lifter, but he did lift it a little bit, yeah. Yeah, the balance of the rock would be kind of weird. It just, I've never seen anybody ever do it before.
I can certainly say I've never seen that.
No. So Jordon McDonald's trying to roll under here, Dave, is he? I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he is trying to just sneak under there and be a good opportunity to put the force on for sure.
I didn't think that Sam had to move that one that far. He tried to punch it back a little bit, but I don't think he had to.
Shot from McDonald, just right in the nose. Think about it now. I had to find a way to become friends with Team McDonald because I already gave the skip a nickname, calling him J-Mac, and I gave Dallas a theme song. So
yeah,
I at least owe these kids a beer, I think.
Yeah.
And if they run into me, I will gladly pay it off on that commitment.
Triple's probably here. If you ever wanted to play it.
Jim, the triple is always there.
Yeah.
You just had to want it bad enough.
Yeah. Well, using Russ's 90-degree angle thing, it looks like that would be there. Get the angle, the square or whatever out and figure it out, but
oh no, it's there. I turn my head sideways just the right way, and I see a perfect right triangle.
perfect. I don't know. If he plays this shot, he's not going to be shot. And he can't, if he rolls it all, he'll never be able to get to the back one. So I think if you're going to play this, I think you got to make a little bit of an effort at making contact with both of these, even if you're not going for the triple. Although then you're going to get one because you're going to be wide open. Either way, he's going to be wide open. I guess if he sits it right there on the nose, then the removal for Jordon becomes a little bit tougher.
There we go. Teresa in the chat saying the old TSN music always reminded her of the Dallas theme song. I could see that.
Yeah. I'd have to go back and listen to the music. I honestly don't remember it. I remember the show, but I never watched it, so I do, but I can't remember the music.
Oh, have I got a treat for you between ends, buddy?
Okay.
Comes right to the nose and sticks it right there.
Looking a lot like McDonald's going to have to just draw for one here when this is all done. Which, again, 6-10, it's not a horrible situation. But they never really came close to generating any real offense in this end, which has to be a bit disappointing.
Yeah. If I didn't know that we would 100% for certain get a copyright strike, I would play it now. But I cannot do that. I'll take ways to get fired from Curling Zone for 200, Alex. McDonald. Hit this to put the force on. Well executed. Can be a draw for one for Mooibroek. Here in the sixth. Needs about the 6 foot. If you want to draw that circle in your head. But easier just to touch to the 4 for better measure.
Yep. Sweep it for the tee line. So I always tell our guys, just sweep for the tee line.
I'd always tell my guys the back 4 counts the same as the front 4.
Yeah.
Mooibroek, final stone, event number 6. He's facing 3. Needs to just come up to the 4 foot to score a single. Rushers just supervising. They seem to think it's fine. Does it settle down in? Does it settle down in? Oh, yes, it does. And we're all tied up. 4-4 is the score. We'll be back with more after this on Curling Stadium.
Team Homan rocks. Team Mowat rocks. But who rocks harder? On April 7th, we'll find out. Presented by Rio Mare, join us in Toronto at the Curling Group's first ever Battle of the Sexes, as world number 1 Team Homan takes on world number 1 Team Mowat in a head-to-head charity curling skins game with a twist. 8 ends, 4 rule changes, and curling like you've never seen before. Watch it live on the Grand Slam of Curling website, app, and YouTube with celebrity coaches and special guest appearances. The Curling Group's first ever Rio Mare Battle of the Sexes, April 7th, Mattamy Athletic Center in Toronto. Get your tickets now at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of Curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of Curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. TheRockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
You know, they're
and welcome back here to Swift Current. It's a Speedy Creek shootout, and they are shooting it out here. It's 4-4. That's the score. It's fantastic. McDonald has the hammer. We're all tied up, and we're so happy you're with us here. If you haven't done it yet, do us a favor. Smash that like button. Subscribe to Curling Zone. It costs you nothing. Helps us out a whole bunch. And Jimmer, we've been treated.
Yeah, it's been an interesting game. Jordon McDonald certainly has played very well in this game, and it's been a lot of good shots. It's just Mooibroek just hasn't really mounted any offense since really his first end when he got his couple, but he's had to make draws against a bunch in a lot of ends. So,
oh yeah, he's bailed out his squad a couple times with his stones.
Yeah,
and 2 hammers left here. We'll see how it works out.
Yeah, the goal for McDonald here obviously would have scored 2 or blank. It's hard to start an end now with the intention of blanking. It's just really difficult to do if the other team doesn't want to do it too. So, happens.
Oh, for sure, the 5 rock rule has indeed changed everything.
Yeah. So replay on this shot. We'll come around tap. Not going to quite get it out, but it's a good shot just the same. It's tough for McDonald because you really, you don't want to really play that run back or anything. You'd like to figure out, you don't really want to leave all the red ones around, but at the same time, how aggressive do you want to be here?
Yeah, so looks like Mooibroek selecting to maybe corner freeze here.
Yeah, that's the call. Just not too sure what it's going to do for you, but it's either that or you come around on the other side and try to go right around. That's not a lot of guards out front to work with. So this is probably maybe the best thing at the end, but I feel like it's going to lead a little bit more towards a blank than a steal for sure.
Yeah, if you're Sam Mooibroek, the unacceptable outcome is a blank here.
Yeah.
He just kisses off and skitters on to the back 12. 1 and 2 for Jordon McDonald. Big opportunity now, Jim.
Yeah, it is, and it's a chance to sit 3, and that one sole guard out front is a concern. And here's where you're going to make a decision. I don't think if you're Jordon McDonald, or I do think if you're Jordon McDonald, whether you're actually going to play for, try to score more than one, or if you actually want to blank. Because I think by playing this shot, it's just too many rocks now to get a blank. So I think he's going to have to go hard first too. Especially assuming Samogalski stays on this shot.
Derek Samogalski.
Yeah.
And good sweep there. They lie 3.
Yeah, Sam's got a dilemma right now. He really doesn't want to end up with a blank end, so you don't really want to do anything that would take you towards that. I think I like the in-turn come around. Go a little bit deep so the slash is not there. He's looking out turn, hit and roll. It's just tough.
That's going to be a tough shot to manage.
Yeah.
With how good his draw weight's been, I'd throw a draw right now, but
yeah. We are still pretty early in the end, so I get that, but I'm not sure what this is going to get you.
Yeah, he's looking to throw the hit and big roll. And did he reference the double or?
No, just a hit and roll over that way.
So here's Gavin Lydiate, who I'm going to assume is their standard 5th player since he has a proper shirt.
Yeah.
Just right in the beak.
McDonald would like to stay there. He really doesn't want to roll towards the center at all. Give Mooibroek a chance to make a little hit and roll or a freeze or something in there if he rolled behind the guards, but he'd also be the back of the 4 foot, which wouldn't be a great place for him to be.
So the stone from Derek Samogalski, also right in the beak. Now the angle's a little bit better now for Mooibroek.
Yeah.
The double's there if he wants it. I just don't know if he wants it.
I think it's going to be an accident if it happens. I think it's really try to hit and roll behind the guards, and if it goes a little further than that, hit and roll on top of the red. But I don't think it's a real flat out go for the double kind of a shot. At least I don't believe it is. But he does have no ice basically, so he's looking to have it hit right where the broom is, but not throwing a lot of weight.
That's relatively quiet weight, and they're carving it right off the bat. So this must look a little nosy. They're going to get a skosh of a roll.
Yeah.
And that's all.
Jordan will probably try to roll back, yeah.
And a little bit too far. You're never going to be able to snag that one in the back too. That'd be a neat bonus.
Yeah.
But just make this hit. Will Dallas Burgess. Derek shifts onto it. They make the hit, and that yellow rock is just right out of South Fork Ranch.
Yeah. That's a nice shot. Well managed there. So Sam's going to play the hit and bounce over to the other side. So it's a tougher double now. So I think it's, you know, to be thinking definitely to roll. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's that double would be One rock further up, it's Hackner-esque.
Yeah.
So here's Whitby's. Second stone of the 7th. Steel is on it and off it. Starting to bite a little bit. It's going to take a big roll. And it's going to spin directly on top of the McDonald stone and dead locked on. How about that, Jim?
Yeah, that's a great shot. Great roll. You'll see it here. It definitely didn't really at first look like it was going to roll that far, but once it got going, Jordon McDonald, probably Mooibroek's sweeper would have been good to be on that a little bit too, just to get it to maybe spin up a little tiny bit. Pretty easy double to sit 2 here. For McDonald, just hit right on the nose or just off nose on the high side. Don't think it jams, and you'd be sitting 2, and Mooibroek really with a real decision to make then, because he doesn't have anything to really roll off of. Be interesting. He could ignore it, but it is shot rock, and I don't see any reason not to play it.
And certainly a good time for Dallas to come down and discuss it with the skipper.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you got 2 ends to go. This is the most key part of the game so far. So
they've been playing fairly briskly.
Yeah.
We didn't start exactly on time. So, Dallas Burgess is final of 7th. Gets the hit to lie 2. That should be all they're worried about right now.
Yeah, that's a very good shot, really. I mean, he did make contact with the other rock, but they knew the angle good enough that it wasn't going to stay there unless he was really light.
So Sam's going to get a couple chances to improve his standing here. The way the guards are, he can get that perfect roll just once. He'll put the force on and put himself in good position.
Yep. Yeah, definitely right. If you can make the little, what would that be? A 2 foot, 2 feet and a couple inches, or just 2 feet. 2 foot roll would be really nice right here for Mooibroek.
His first of 2.
Must be close.
We're back and forth. We're going each direction right now. That's not bad. It's going to get the hit. Will it get enough roll? Sweep it a little bit more? That's not bad.
No, not bad at all. Could have been just that little tiny bit better, but still, that's pretty darn good. You can see here, you know it's close when the sweepers, you got one guy on for a few strokes, then the other guy, and then nobody. And at the tail end, they did try to carve this. They just needed to get a little tiny bit more out of it. Those are pretty hard to call. Much better than that, though, to be honest. Well done.
So you see Jordon lining up the just like the straight draw there.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of that, or are you a fan of punching that one out the back?
I'm good with this shot right here as long as I get shot. I'd like to be above the tee line, but a little punch back is just going to give Mooibroek a chance to really take the whole end away and force you. So I don't really love that. I like this call.
Getting the ice figured out right where he wants it.
Yeah, what you can't do here is end up coming up a couple feet short and setting up a possible double or something like that. I don't like that a lot. I don't know what he was indicating there. The third sort of came out and tapped in front of the house. I don't know that he's suggesting that that's an okay option, and it's not a horrible option. But Mooibroek comes around on the other turn, and you might not score. So, and he's right now you're not shot, so I think you want to get in to be shot rock on this shot for sure.
Yeah, now's the time to be shot stone after this one.
Yeah.
So here's Jordon McDonald. His first of two here in the 7th. They're working it hard to drag it. It's going to have enough room past the guard. It's all about the legs now. It's got the legs. Does it have the line we want? Yes, it does. Push it the rest of the way. That's a nice shot by Jordon McDonald.
Yeah, that's a very, very nice shot. Jordan's just had a good game here. He's playing very well tonight. And we'll see, watching this one, the guys are just on it pretty much all the way at some level of power there, and nice finish. So Mooibroek forced with a decision here.
Well, and essentially he's going to play the draw, it appears.
Yeah, I think so. He probably has enough room to play the pick on the red, but
and they pick back your yellow, you give up 2.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and if McDonald can get to your yellow, which I think he could with just back 8 foot, then you're going to give up a couple. Yeah.
So he's going to put on his big skip pants and throw the draw. Now the tolerance is here you want to be just shot as high as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
So just the front of that stone in the middle of that S3.
And you know what, Dave? I mean, if he ends up not being shot stone and just almost biting the button,
that's fine too.
Yeah, that's going to be fine too, I think. Yeah. As long as it's got some curl. It can't be, too much on the outside there, but.
So here's Mooibroek, his final, the 7th. You see the opponent's getting a time on this because they need to know too.
I got to go hard. Got to get this one by.
Steal and Lydiate. They're going to get it by. Where does it go for length? Don't think that's far enough, Jim.
No, it's no, it would have been good to go a little bit further for sure. It stops the possibility of this little tap back for 2.
So tap back, or if you were inclined, you could throw the cold draw to the 4 foot on the other side.
You could, yeah.
I think the tap's probably a skosh easier. But he's going to consider both of them. Because you don't see an awful lot of that red. You'll see exactly how much from the other side.
Yeah, it's, I probably would think hard about doing the intern as long as if I came to my own, I was going to sit 2, and I think you are. But you got to know you are. If you're not sure, then you got to go out, turn around, and try to get full 4 foot.
Yeah, if you get all the way up, skinning to the guard and like to the face, yeah, I think for sure it's 2 there.
Yeah.
But if not, I think you do need to push it back far enough to scudge the yellow a little bit.
Yeah, and I just don't see that happening.
Not with that little sliver, you see.
No.
I mean, after all that discussion, which I just said, I think I just sold myself on throwing the outturn.
Yeah. Well, I can easily see that.
Although this is decidedly a do no harm shot.
No. No, and I think you probably, as long as you get into the 4 foot there and don't bounce off your rock that's there at all, then you're probably going to get 2. I think it looks to me like you're probably going to sit 2 so long as you get just to it.
Jordon McDonald hits final stone of end number 7. He sits 1. He's trying to put a second one on the board to take a 2-point lead coming home. Olsen and Semmelgoski on the brush. They got to drag it there to get there. They got the line. They need every ounce of weight. Every ounce, guys, heads down, and that's not going to get there.
No.
A single point for Jordon McDonald. It's going to be Mooibroek with the hammer in 8 when we come back right to this.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's going to make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Stronger agronomics. Better returns. Greater peace of mind. From pre-seed to post-harvest, you can count on the Victory Canola program to keep you and your farm ahead of the curve. Grow with us at victorycanola.com.
I have an idea.
Welcome back to Swift Current, Saskatchewan. This is the Curling Stadium Speedy Creek Shootout. Happy to have you here with us. I'm Dave Schmel, joined by Jim Nix. And it was a single point for Jordon McDonald in end number 7 to take a 1-stone advantage. It's Sam Mooibroek with the hammer, throwing the yellow stones in the 8th.
Yeah, a little bit. McDonald missed an opportunity there. Certainly had a chance to get 2. It was not an easy draw, but never really gave it a chance. Didn't quite get there, but we'll see how this goes. It's Mooibroek. I think will go really hard to get 2. I don't imagine, with knowing that he's through to the next round, that he's not looking forward to playing an extra end. So I think he'll pull all the steps here and try to get a couple.
Well, they got a couple very long guards, including the very rare -1 guard.
Yeah. It's they're both really, really long. I don't know if either one of them is going to be of much use, but 2 of them together maybe helps a little bit.
For those of you who might be newer to curling, and you say, "Hey, rock's not over the hog line." Doesn't matter. It came into contact with the stone that was validly in play. So it stays. And if another stone were to stack on top of it, it would stay there as well.
Yeah, it's an odd look. First time you ever see that as a relatively new curl. It takes a while. It's probably a few years before you ever see that happen. But occasionally you will see where one rock is completely outside the hog line and still technically in play because of a series of hits, basically.
Yeah, I played an event once where we ended up almost 2 full stones in front.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. And my team looked at me like I had taken their dog out back to cross the Rainbow Bridge when I finally asked them to peel it. Like, oh no, we love that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, time to come.
Yeah.
Let's go to the park.
We're going to play a peel here.
Yeah, you don't want to get yourself in trouble here. As much as you want work hard for the deuce, you can't be in trouble.
Yeah, and roll to the corner. So now he's got enough yellow ones over there that even though some of those are really high, there's quite a wall of corner guards over there to work with.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 3 stone wide wing there.
I'll probably go pretty hard to steal one here too if he can possibly set something up. Again, knowing he has to win to have any chance. And we do have some updates here we'll give you in a minute.
Well, I'm always in the mood for a good update, Jim.
Yeah. We'll let him throw the shot, then we'll bring them up to speed here. Some significant developments.
I will turn to my significant development page. Double peel made. Good shot for Gavin Lydiate. And how about that? Well, let's see that shot again. We liked it. Nice smooth delivery, and we're going to get to see all of it because Connor's going to get his quarter's worth out of the replay machine.
Yeah, and a pretty good setup now for Mooibroek. But so I'll give you these really quickly. Laycock picks up 3 in the 7th, take an 8-5 lead over Wendling.
Okay.
Key development there. Ryan Kleider is losing 6-4 to Shue, with Hammer playing the 8th.
Sure.
Lucas Klima scored a touchdown and another touchdown with a 2-point conversion with a 15-5 lead. It's over.
Oh, he's in then.
Yeah, he'd be in. Bryden and Lee don't matter in some ways, but Bryden is leading 4-3 for those that are interested in knowing how he's doing. And Uder Goskins is ahead 7-5 with Hammer playing the 8th end over Maeda. So he's looking pretty good to at least do what he can do to get himself in.
And what was the Laycock Laycock has the lead over Wendling.
By 3, yeah. Wendling has Hammer in the 8th, but trails by 3.
All right, so that puts in for sure right now Dean, Kleider, Zhu, Klima, Mooibroek, and we have Libis, Goskins, and Laycock at 3 in the hunt. Mm-hmm. And then if McDonald can win, they certainly need to win. We'll see how that shakes out. Peel made it's wide open now.
Mooibroek hasn't been able to get one of these rocks that are all on the line up on the left side. If he was able to get one of those even biting the 12-foot, this would be a lot scarier situation for for McDonald.
So the lowest draw shot of the teams with 3 wins right now is Wouter Guzens. And if the Laycock score holds, they will be in.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
McDonald's wins, they're in.
So
And I believe that Libis is in regardless right now.
that's what I'm thinking too. I just looked at that and I said, I think Libis is in.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Samson too, possibly.
I think Sampson's done. The
Yeah.
draw wasn't good enough.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got, because Mooibroek, if Mooibroek wins and Gosgama.
That's right. Well, that's right. Sampson's at 3, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Sampson's is in front of Wouter Gozens and as well.
Yeah. I think Wouter might be the number 8 team, actually. He might sneak in. That's my prediction right now. Till he blows a 2-point lead and gives up 3 in the 8th.
Well, if McDonald wins, it's their spot to have.
Oh, look at that. That's hard to believe. Look like
how did that get underneath there?
He hit it so thin. If he hits another inch of it, he ends up with a rock in play, which is what he needs to kind of get his 2. So now with only 2 rocks each to come, getting 2 is getting very difficult.
And we might have a chance to find out the entire playoff picture, Jim.
Yeah, I would think so.
Because it looks like Dave Extraen might strike again.
Well, it's quite possible, yeah. It's only 1:15 down here, so. Mind you, this is a pretty good rock he's guarding up here, so. Mooibroek's going to have to make a pretty good draw here if he doesn't make a double on this next shot.
No, he is certainly guarding a good one.
Well, that's perfect. I think Mooibroek might make a play at this.
Do you think he's going to play the chase?
He might. If he thinks he can get to half of that rock with hack weight or so, he might.
He'd end up under cover.
Yeah.
And then it would be a choice for McDonald whether he wants to run it off or throw a better draw.
Yeah.
Worth a talk. And Lydia says, I'm the 5th. I don't get to play all the time. Let me talk, boss.
I'm going right in. It's going all the way in. Look at what happens here, and this is what they almost did a minute ago. If they do peel that center guard and roll over and tap the yellow in, then he sets up a possible 2. But, assuming that McDonald throws the exact same shot he just threw, how do you get your 2 is the question. So, it's the dilemma. I don't know.
It's ultimately, what do you want your last shot to be?
Yeah, I don't know if I love this freeze. I don't really. You're planning on him not making much because You don't have a lot. You have the in-off probably on the one on it's almost on the rings for your last shot. No, you don't even have that. When you look at the long view, it's not there. So I think you got to move this. If you're going to play this, you got to move it and plan on being shot rock when you're done somewhere behind a guard, preferably.
Oh, you want that too. You just want everything.
I know. I think it's there though, but we don't have the. It's hard to say for sure. I'm not sitting in the hack looking at it, but it looks to me that he should be able to see probably a third of that rock. So if he can throw be delicate, but if he can throw hack weight at this or close to hack weight to this, he might be able to move it far enough and make the roll to be buried behind the corner. Really hard though.
Sam Mooibroek, his first of 2 here in the 8th. Huge rock. Brushers are just watching it now. Letty H going to try to walk it over a touch. This is really close. Well, don't overcook it, guys. Don't overcook it. Move it. Oh. You're not shot stone.
No, it does pose an interesting question though for McDonald. And that is, if you go after it, there's probably a decent chance that Mooibroek scores as 1. If you guard,
yeah, if you guard, yeah.
If you guard, what does he have? Well, it's a good question. I don't think he has very much. He has to play the out-turn draw and get the button, but he's going to play the hit on the yellow. Make sure that's probably makes the most sense, especially for him, because he's, if he removes this yellow one, he's going to an extra end probably, and will have hammer in the extra end. So the smart shot, I think, is to get rid of this yellow one.
And that was an interesting point there. If you could hit and roll behind his other stone, that would make it really tough on Sam.
Yeah, it would make it tough in the sense that he wouldn't be able to come down on the in-turn and move that rock back. So the out-turn draw would still be the same. But
yeah, to the pin.
Yeah. I still don't know though. I think if he guards here, he wouldn't be that bad off. There's not really anywhere for Sam to come, although he might play the off the red one that's below the S3 there. So anyway, he's throwing a hit, so absolutely nothing wrong with this call.
Final stone of the 8th for McDonald. Back and forth, both guys on it. Probably pretty good. Going to get the hit. Now watch the roll. Watch the roll. Oh, he just gave a pocket delay in there too. So,
yeah.
You could write Rawlings on it. It's a big old catcher's mitt.
Yeah. I think you have to go out turn on this shot. You're not going to, but
I think the end is fine.
You think? Okay.
Because you can hit the one on the left as we see it in the long shot, the right in the overhead. You hit that first on the inside, you're gonna chap off and get that guy off the pin. Now,
yeah, if you get far enough to the inside, yeah.
You better sure as heck make it.
Yeah. I don't know.
So here we go. Sam Mooibroek.
I think what I don't like about this, Dave, I think gives you a little bit of a misleading sense of confidence on this shot. I think I'd rather throw the out turn, but that's me, and I don't even like out turn. So you go ahead and cover this one.
It's the final stone of the 8th. Sam Mooibroek, he's facing a loss. He has to get shot stone to force the extra. Get to the inside. Don't reckon the guard. You're far enough over. You move it back, and we will have bonus curling from Swift Current. We'll be back to the Speedy Creek shootout after this.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
He's in.
Yeah. We've got, Kleider's game doesn't matter. He's losing 6-4.
Yeah, who cares?
Klima, we already talked
And
about.
welcome back to Curling Stadium.
Oh.
We're here in Swift Current at the Speedy Creek Shootout. Extra end action underway between Sam Mooibroek and McDonald. And we were just going through the playoff scenarios. And Laycock did win his game over Wendling, so Laycock is in. Livis is in. Also in is Dean, Kleider, Zhu, Klima, and Mooibroek. So we're fighting over one spot here.
And Gosgins did win. So he's
at 3-2.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we have anybody else to. Well, Mooibroek, if he wins, he's 4-1. He's in. Actually, if he loses, he probably knocks Gosgins out and McDonald gets in, I think.
Yes. I'd agree with that. And if McDonald wins, I believe that gives Sampson a shot.
Oh, does it? Okay. Well, let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, Sampson is behind Libis with the next draw, and he already is at 3-2.
Yeah. 6.
So
yeah.
Gosgar's done his job, and he needs McDonald to pull this one out. Correct? Did I say that right? Yes. Yeah, he needs McDonald to win.
Who, Sampson needs McDonald to win?
I think Wooder does.
Wooder, okay.
Well, no, sorry. Is Wooder even in still?
I'm not sure he is yet. If it depends. If McDonald wins, McDonald would be 6. Lewis would be 7.
This is done with Laycock winning.
Okay, who's done?
Okay.
Close.
Okay.
Gosgins.
Okay.
All right. Well, so that's official. So it's pretty simple here then. If McDonald wins, him and Mooibroek are in. And Sampson is out. And if Mooibroek wins, Sampson is in and McDonald's out.
Okay.
There we go.
And it only took 3 rocks to figure that out. So way to go. Thanks, Jerry.
We might have been. They may have already been running the scraper if we had to figure it out ourselves.
Yeah. For the morning draw. Yeah.
This is why all those teams you watch on TV, those NFL broadcast squads, there's about 8 people handing the broadcasters pieces of paper, making them sound smart.
So McDonald with hammer here.
Just needs a 1. It's Mooibroek under pressure to steal here.
Yeah, Mooibroek's got a little bit to work with.
McDonald playing for his life here. I see a couple members of Team Wendling behind the glass there. That's Nick Sanzali and their coach,
Okay.
Swiss Elm.
Yeah, I didn't see that team. Where are they out of?
They are curling out of Minnesota currently, out of Chaska.
Right.
One member originally from the Boston area, one from the North New Jersey area.
Okay.
2 members from the Bucks County, Philadelphia area. So they're salted around.
There's a nice shot for Mooibroek.
And the skip is from the Promised Land.
The Promised Land.
Yeah, the Promised Land. Yeah, Minnesota, Wisconsin,
Okay.
where all the curlers come from.
Oh, okay. Come from or move to, whatever.
Or move to, right? Because that's where we have our training facilities. Ultimately, that's where you're going to end up.
Yeah.
See Team Kleider walking off the ice.
Samogowski looking to open this stuff up.
Something that he's been known to do.
Oh, didn't quite get it.
That is not the prescription.
No, that's a significant
turn of events. Yeah. So if you're Sam, you're throwing another guard, but where's it go?
Going, I don't know, halfway between that rock and the hog line, straight ahead of the red one.
High. So going to go high one more.
Yeah.
Or at least 2 more, maybe 2 more.
I'm throwing it probably 2 or 3 more times. Yeah. Assuming they're going to keep peeling it, which I think they are. Not sure what all of this in there. Sometimes I wonder what the discussions are. Kind of value. You have virtually no guards out there. You have 1 rock. You're going to need more than that. I know you worry sometimes the guy slides in a little too far and they make the double peel and it's all over, but you can't play the game that way. Going around it.
They are working their way around. Well, they got a little wall set up back there now.
Yeah. Probably debating whether or not to run it straight back or just straight peel.
Well, it's right in the middle of the rock. It is going to go back. Still left a little something for Sam to work with, though.
Yeah.
Sam's still content to play in the rings.
Yeah, he's living and dying with this 1 single guard, that's for sure.
Starting to accumulate some catchers, though.
Yeah.
This one's going to just come up to the guard, slide past it, just wick it a little bit. You know what? I'm not so sure that's not a better outcome.
I was sitting here thinking the same thing. I'm wondering if it's not so bad. Sam didn't look very happy with it, but there is a possibility of getting rid of both of these guards and maybe even hitting the yellow that's in the house. That would be the bad part here. It's we're right on the center line almost. Like that. That's
nice
why
rock there.
Yeah, that's why you need that extra guard up there. See this again, just a really good shot, but we kind of called it, so it's sort of not a shock, but still a great throw. A little half a rock, and he even left the red one. He wouldn't have been unhappy if it just hit anything back there, to be honest, so worked out pretty well. You haven't got much to work with now. Got to throw up a guard at some point. You'll probably freeze that one, but
So working this one to keep it going. And the guard is there. And we're hopping on the shampoo cycle.
Yep.
Lather, rinse, and repeat. Let's do it once. Here's Dallas. Derek walks it down, and away it goes.
So one more time for Mooibroek.
Yeah, we'll rinse and repeat. Sam Mooibroek. His first in the extra.
Nothing fancy here, just a straight peel, and let Sam do what he's going to do and win this on your last shot.
Keep the rock nice and clean. Go through your normal pre-shot routine. Don't rush anything. Shot you made 1,000,000 times.
Yep.
First to 2 here in the ninth. Steal right off his hand. And that peel is made without any problem whatsoever. And that'll be a freeze attempt for Mooibroek. Entertaining for a moment the thought of pop hitting and rolling over.
I can't see that, but One thing about it is that, you do have the kicker at the back, so it's not, if you freeze to it, McDonald doesn't have the luxury of just throwing a high hard one, hit a quarter rock, and have everything go out, because he's going to lose if that happens. But he would probably choose, depending on where you are, he'd either come right down to you, or he'd just play a straight nose hit and
Yeah,
the
so
game that way.
right with you mentioning that kicker there, so you want to freeze, and when you want to freeze dead nose, obviously. But if you're going to over curl a touch, you can't even do that because you have to be shot.
Yeah, you got to be basically nose, I think, is where you've got to be here.
Final stone for Mooibroek. He's got a live shot after this rock. Line looks really, really close. Needs to come up a hair. Wait, it's grinding in. Can they weld it right on? Oh, they did that with an acetylene torch. Sam Mooibroek, what a shot.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that you don't know how good that is. That was, absolutely as good as you can get. To get the ice that perfect, you'll see this come in again. I guess perfect would have been about 1 more inch of curl, but still, it just comes in, and sweepers just manage it perfectly. They've got to get shot rock. They have to make sure they're shot without moving that very much. And he sure did a nice job. Now, big shot from McDonald. Basically throwing some weight. Hit it right on the nose. And if you can do that, they'll probably go. You'll probably win this. But boy, you don't have a lot of room throwing this kind of weight, which I think is going to be fairly big weight. You just miss it by an inch, and you're going to roll out.
Jordon McDonald, his final stone, event number 9. Semmelgoski picks it up right out of his hand. He's facing a loss. Got to score 1 to win. Hits it on the nose and clears it far enough, and that is good for the win, and it will catapult them into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Good shot by Jordon McDonald, and it will be a 6-5 final.
Yeah, you're going to see this again. And Jordan, knowing he has to hit it basically on the nose, right on the nose, and had a little tiny bit of wiggle room and really made it look a lot easier than I think this particular shot was. So sweeper getting ready to go and moved it far enough. So great shot.
So our playoff field is set, and the quarterfinals will be tomorrow. Teams in the playoffs are Dean, Kleider, Zhu, Klima, Mooibroek, Libis, Laycock, and McDonald. Those 8 will move on to play on Sunday. Or if you're in the East, later today.
Thank you.
but thank you so much, everybody, for joining us and being with us all day. We'll see you tomorrow here on Curling Stadium. So for Jim Nix, Connor Sims, Jerry and Cailey, I'm Dave Schmel. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night. From Swift Current, good evening.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's going to make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like 1 more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep